Hi, my name is Dennis Seary. I am Executive Director and founder of the New York City Independent Film Festival, Independent in Spirit, International at Heart, and this is the New York City Independent Film Festival Meet the Filmmakers podcast. Join us while we meet this year's filmmakers. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hi, in this episode we have Duda Gorter, the director of Moisture, the film Moisture. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. And please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you.
Okay, I'm Duda Gorter, and I'm a passionate independent filmmaker, screenwriter, or I'd rather say storyteller, who has loved suspense, thriller, horror movies since I was a little girl in Rio de Janeiro. I've always liked heavier atmosphere movies, for instance, body horror movies like David Cronenberg's, especially one of his first features called Shivers, or They Came From Within. I love this one. And there's also an Australian film from the 70s, I think 1978, called Patrick, directed by Richard Franklin, which is also wonderful. So as you can see, I'm very light in my mind. I like light things, light movies. No, just the opposite. I like dark atmosphere and with heavy clowns and danger waiting for you right on the corner. You know, this kind of stuff. This kind of stuff fits me from the very beginning. That's who I am.
Okay, great. Thank you and welcome. Welcome to
Thank you very much.
All right. So what made you want to be a filmmaker?
Well, I at the very beginning of my career, I worked as an actress in theater.
Mhm.
So I worked as an actress, and one day when I was rehearsing a play, I got an invitation to work in a movie set as an extra, and I said, okay. I didn't know quite well what it meant, what it was, the universe of a movie. So I said, okay, like an adventure, a blind adventure, if you will. So I went there and I was enchanted by the so many spotlights, so many electricity, energy, and full of people going back and forth. And I said, oh yeah, this is a kind of a circus. And I did enjoy very much this electricity, this chaotic, if you will, atmosphere. And I said, okay, I think I do belong here too. I do belong in theater, but this kind of chaotic electricity do attract me a lot too. That's why I always like it to write, always from the very beginning. So one day I said to myself, okay, Duda, try to write a short screenplay. And I sat and I wrote a short screenplay, a thriller one, and I put some money from my pocket and I directed my very first short. And that's why I began my career. So I began as an extra, and it was very funny to say the very least.
All right. So what did your friends and family say when you said, I'm going to be a filmmaker? Were they
Oh,
supportive or they sit there and go, oh no? What?
yeah. The second option, they said, "Oh no." As a matter of fact, they didn't know what it was exactly. Because here in Brazil, it's very difficult because there's a government and they destroy everything, especially if it's a right-wing government. They destroy everything, and the other government, the next government, has to rebuild everything from scratch. So it's very difficult. It's very unstable. So my friends and my family, they didn't like at all at the beginning, but now they are very proud.
Okay.
Now, at this point of my career, they are proud and they are kind of relief, you know. But at the very beginning let's say, was near a nightmare for them. Yeah, a completely blind adventure because they didn't know anything about it at all. They were kind of panic, kind of afraid.
But I'm glad they changed and they came around.
Yeah, yeah, they did.
That's good. All right. Do you have a group? Do you have a tribe, a group of filmmakers that is your go-to group? Do you have like a group of friends and filmmakers?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And we can rely on each other. And it does help a lot when you have a group of friends that we do think the kind of the same way. We do speak the same language, if you will. So we understand each other, we support each other. When somebody is, oh, now I'm a little bit, you know, I'm weaker, I'm in a phase of I don't have much faith in myself, and the others go and support. Come on, let's go. The sun is shining. We live in Rio. Let's go out. Let's have a walk. Let's talk. Let's change ideas. Let's create something. That's the key, Dennis. Let's create something. Let's create something that instigates the others. That's the key word. Instigate, passion, and crave. We ought to crave on something. Crave. In order to be alive. I do believe in this very much indeed. In order to be alive, we ought to be hunger people. We have to crave for life, to be alive, and to have a huge passion within us each and every day. And we have to feed our passion each and every day, as long as we get up in the morning. Let's feed our passion. That's the key. So that's the secret to be an independent filmmaker for me.
Yep, that's true. Okay. And what made you decide to make this movie?
Oh, this movie I call Moisture. I call a Brazilian dystopia for troubled times, Dennis. And I conceived this movie in a state of anger and nonconformity because Brazil, let's say 2, 3, 4 years ago, was plunged into the chaos of an extreme right-wing government of Bolsonaro. It was completely chaos, Dennis. And so I was completely, I don't know what's going to happen in the near future, but I do believe, I've got to have a faith that this creature, this weird creature, will go out someday. He'll go out. Otherwise, I don't know what's going to happen to Brazil. I was like this, Dennis. And I was completely angry, and I created a film from the very beginning, from my very first phrase that I wrote, in a state of pure anger. It was my very first experience like this, completely and pure anger. So you see, we can make some art from anger, from pure anger, but it's not a light and a fresh feeling. It's not very healthy, Dennis. But that's the way it was. That's the way it was for me, and it did work. It did work because I'm happy with the result. So it did work, and now I'm not that angry. I'm not that angry anymore.
Right. Okay.
So lucky me.
Yes, very much so. Yes, anger is hard to live with.
Yeah.
All right. So, What was the hardest part and the most fun part of making this movie?
The hardest part is always raising the money, Dennis. It's always raising the money. It's very difficult because the unstable nature of the financing in Brazil, always very unstable. So it's a blind adventure, always, always, always. It has been, it is, and I think it will be always such a blind adventure. So you have to, okay, I'll go. I'll travel this dark tunnel. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where's the end of this tunnel, but I will have to go. So I put some money from my pocket, my own money, and I got a certain amount of money from friends and people that believe me. So that's how I did Moisture, Umidade.
And that was the hard part. What was the fun part?
Oh, the fun part. I have a group that's the harmony, it's there. It's always there. I've known these people for years, and especially my DP. We have a friendship already. My DP and I, we've already made 4 films together. So we do speak the same language. We do laugh at the same jokes. And it's fun. It's, you know what, Dennis? It's very fun and it's light. Even when the subject matter of the film is dark, it's cloudy, and it's oppressive, and it's, oh God, what the hell is going on here? We laugh a lot on set. We have fun. It's another key thing to experience on set. No matter how dark is your meta subject, but have fun, to laugh. It's very important. No matter how the difficulty it's huge or it's a little tiny one, but laugh, have some fun, even in dystopian times. That's something I found out, Dennis. Even in the most horrible, cloudy, dystopian times, troubled times, do laugh at least a little bit each and every day. So it does help to live. That's what I found out.
That's good. That's
Yeah,
a good philosophy.
yeah.
Very
So
good.
the light part, the fun part of my film, the making of my film is it's my cast and crew. We are very much in the same page, you know.
Yep, that's great. That's great. All right. So when you finish the movie, are you the type of filmmaker that goes, okay, that movie's done. I sent it out into the world. Any mistakes I see, I'm just going to worry about the next movie. Or do you sit there, look at the movie and go, I can't believe I did that. I'm going to have to fix it. Or do you
No, not at all. Not at all. I've already suffered a lot from the right-wing government in Brazil. No suffer whatsoever. No more suffering whatsoever, Dennis. No, no, no. I've had enough, my friend. I've had enough.
Okay.
Now it's all about pleasure. It's all about pleasure. There's bloody nothing I can do about it. It's done. It's made. I send it to the world, and lucky me that I've got to made it. So now it's some pleasure. Let's enjoy a little bit of the sun that it's shining outside. Let's enjoy. Let's have an ice cream. Let's laugh a little bit for a change, even for a change.
Okay. All right, great. All right. So in the indie world, in the indie film world, we're not going to become rich. So what would you consider a success in the indie film world? What does success look like?
The success, speak your mind, Dennis. Be true to yourself. That's success for me, whether on the independent circuits or in any other area of life. Always include a bit of passion, enthusiasm in what you do, and speak your bloody mind. Be true to your bloody self. That's it. It is that simple, Dennis. It is that simple. There's no other way. There's no other way, at least for me.
That's good. I can see it. You believe that also. You have strong beliefs.
Yes, I do. I do. I'm very passionate, Dennis.
I can see.
Passionate. Yeah.
I can see that.
I'm already thinking about my next movie, which will be a feature. Very dark, Dennis, for
Very
a
dark.
change. Very dark for a change, my friend. Very dark, very cloudy. It rains non-stop in Rio. Look how funny, Dennis. It does rain non-stop in Rio de Janeiro. That's quite unusual. But that's me, Dennis. I'm a little bit unusual myself. I'm
So
a
it's
little
good.
bit peculiar.
It's good to be unique.
Yeah.
All right. So if somebody came over to you and said, Aunt Duda, I want to be an indie filmmaker just like you, what would you say to your niece or nephew? Would you sit there and go, no, don't? Or would you sit there and go, how can I help? What would you say?
Well, knowing myself, I would sit with them and I would tell them straightforward, come on, let me help you. Where do we start? How are we gonna start? You can count on me. Let's go to this wonderful blind adventure. It's blind, Dennis, but it's wonderful as well.
Yes.
It's dark, it's cloudy, sometimes it's a moody profession, you know. It's rather moody, but I do like moody people. I do like moody weather. So I would sit with them and come on, I'm with you. Take my hand and let's go. Let's have some fun. Let's have some worries too. Let's laugh. Let's cry every now and then. Every now and then, every once in a while. And let's make some peculiar, interesting movies. That's why that's what I would say to them. like a little bit of a crazy aunt, you know.
Good for you. All right. I'm done with my questions. You have anything you want to say? Any pearls of wisdom you want to put out there into the world?
Well, wow, that's a lot of responsibility, my friend. I'm a little bit intimidated now, Dennis. I do like your questions, Dennis.
Okay.
Especially this last one. I'd say have some fun. Don't dwell on worries. Don't dwell on preoccupation, huge preoccupations, but do try to reach your lighter self, even in dystopian times. That's what I would say to everyone who wants to listen. Try to reach your lighter self and try to laugh a little bit, and always, each and every day, do feed your inner passion. That's the key. That's the nourriture en français, in English. That's to feed the food.
All right, that's the food. Yeah, that's
the holy food is inner passion, and try to be as strong as you can. Try to reach your lighter self, even in darker times, in troubled times. That's it. And have friends with who you can laugh, with who you can rely on, and exchange experiences and exchange pleasure. Do have some pleasure every now and then. It helps, Dennis.
that does.
At least it's good for our skincare. to have some pleasure every now and then. That's it. That's it.